Welcome back to my channel. I was kind of looking around YouTube for some new topics for videos as I've been in a bit of a creative slump this past really 2 weeks, but this week has been especially hard for multiple reasons. But I'm not gonna go into that too much here because it's a little too personal, but speaking of being personal, I found this tag that I am comfortable being as personable as it requires. I found a new tag that is called the Meet the Community tag, and it was created by WitchKittenReads, and I will link her original video below so you can go ahead and check it out if you're interested. Her channel is really hilarious, and I'm really glad that I found it. And I'm really glad that I found this tag because I think it is a lot of fun. And it also helps a lot of new booktubers meet other booktubers. And I'm all for that because I really am here for this sense of community. So the first prompt is to share your name. And you guys already know my name, but my name is Skylar if you are new to this channel. The next prompt is to share where you are from. I am from the United States of America and I live on the East Coast. The next prompt is, do you have any pets? And I do. Sort of. I consider my parents' pet to be my pet as well. Her name is Reese and she is a standard poodle. She's super cute. She's really, really adorable and just such a goofy personality. She's so unique and we joke around that she's like a cat sometimes. She kind of acts like a cat. Like she loves it when we get a fly in our house in the summertime. She will just chase it over the entire house, and that is so crazy to me because I've never had a dog before who's taken much notice to something as small as a bug. So she is very special. I love her so much. She's 9 years old now, which is so crazy. I just love her really dearly and she's just an amazing dog. All dogs are, but she's really special to me. So the next question is, what is the most binge-worthy Netflix show in your opinion? And this is a hard one for me because I have been watching a lot of shows, I haven't been watching a lot of TV because I'm also like working full-time right now, but I've been watching a lot of shows recently that I have found very binge-worthy. I've been really enjoying watching K-dramas recently, but I'm thinking that maybe I will do another video on that. If you guys are interested in that idea, let me know, comment below. Tell me if you want to hear about K-dramas. I'm reading some books for the Asian Readathon that are supposed to be kind of based on K-drama guidelines, so I thought maybe when I finish those and can talk about them, then maybe I'll also give you guys some K-drama suggestions. I don't know, it's an ongoing thing. I'm still watching one. I'm even just started one recently, so yeah, I'll talk more about those. So I'm just gonna not talk about those right now, but know that that is something I find extremely binge-worthy. However, the most binge-worthy TV show that's kind of more mainstream that I've watched recently has been The Umbrella Academy. I watched that by myself. I started watching it with some friends just to get them into it, and then I also even watched it with my parents because I wanted to get them into it, and now I can't wait for the second season to come out. I feel like I could watch the whole show like a third time. I've really only watched it twice with some extra episodes, but I could watch it all over again. It is just one of those shows, I don't know, I think it is such a interesting twist. The way they use music in that show is so interesting and just so well done. The filming is really well done. It is just such an intense storyline, and I loved the mystery and the adventure of it and the superpowers and just everything. When it first came out and I saw the trailer, I wasn't super thrilled about the premise, but once I actually started watching it, I was like, okay, I can get on board with this. This is awesome, actually. So I'm really, really excited for the second season, and if you haven't watched it yet, I do highly suggest checking it out. So the next question is, what is an instant buy author for you? The author that I would say right now I am most likely to just instant buy when something comes out is actually Mara Fally Doyle, if I am saying her name correctly. She is the author of The Accident Season. She's also the author of The Spellbook of the Lost and Found. I have read both of these. And then I also have her newest book, All the Bad Apples. And I can't tell you guys how much I love her writing. I actually have not read All the Bad Apples yet, but I intend to as soon as possible. I just can't tell you how much these two books meant to me. I love her writing style. It's got that sort of dark and spooky vibe that I love. Her books are all usually set in Ireland, which I think is super cool. It's just a setting I hadn't really gotten to read much of before. And her characters are just all extremely complex, real individuals. They just jump right off the page. I can't get enough of her writing, and I'm really surprised I've gone this long without reading the third book of hers that I own. The Accident Season just really blew me away, and since then, I've just been kind of addicted to her writing. I'm super excited to read the book I haven't, and I don't know. It's like a whole mood. Like, I have to be able to just wipe everything away and just totally sink into her writing because that's what it does. But also I need that space from things, and it's been too hectic for me to feel like I can really appreciate her most recent book. But I will soon, and I'm sure I'll talk about it once I do. So the next prompt is asking about our hobbies besides books, and that is a really good question. I like that one a lot. I also actually do a lot of art on the side. I like to draw and paint. I haven't painted in a while, but it's on my to-do list, hopefully for the near future. I actually went to art school for a year and was a film major, so film and photography are something that I'm really interested in as well. I also got really into stop motion animation when I went to art school, so I really enjoy photographing miniatures, which I know is a little niche. Besides that, I also horseback ride. I did a little bit of showing when I was much younger, but now I mostly just ride for fun. I still love to do jumping, hunter jumper, and I love going on trail rides. Oh, and I almost forgot, my other hobby is sewing that I really enjoy to do, although right now it is fully encompassed by just sewing masks for people, and I basically have no time to do any other sewing, which is sad. So the next prompt is asking for a random fact that most people don't know about me. I actually collect skeleton keys. I have 2 little bundles right here. I believe these are 2 bundles that I got last time I was in Florida. I find them really interesting, and I'd love to one day kind of string a bunch of them up as a decoration or hang them on a wall. I've been collecting them since I was a teenager. I went to this really cool store in a little town that had a lot of antique stores that I was visiting once, and there was a store there that I think that was where I first kind of saw them. Had a whole wall of these, these sort of traditional skeleton keys, and I don't know. I couldn't stop looking at them. I bought a handful of them, and then I would go visit this store pretty constantly. And every time I went, the owner actually started to recognize me and know that I was buying keys every time. And he would even sometimes give me some keys for free, which was super, super nice of him. And unfortunately, that store went out of business a couple years ago, which really broke my heart because it was a store that I loved to look around so much. But it was also what got me interested in collecting keys, and it's just something I do whenever I'm traveling. I was out in Ohio for a wedding, and I went to an antique store and I got a couple antique keys there. I've gotten an antique key when I was in Canada once with my family. I have an antique key that I got when I was visiting a friend in Wisconsin. I just kind of pick them up wherever I can, and oh yes, I got a whole bunch of antique keys when I was living in England. I can't even believe that customs did not completely take apart my suitcase because I had bags full of antique keys and I was just waiting for them to tear that apart and confiscate them all. I was so nervous. Before I went to England, the oldest keys that I had been able to sort of identify had been from the Victorian era, and now I know that I have a few keys that are actually from the Georgian era, which is really cool. Yeah, so I think that's kind of a fun fact about me, that I collect antique keys, skeleton keys. Maybe it's not. I don't know. The next prompt is your favorite bookish or nerdy swag. And I have to say that one of the newest things that I have that I really love is this t-shirt that I'm wearing today. I'll kind of show you guys a bit. I hope you can see in this frame. It is a Yoda t-shirt and it says read, and it's like an old poster that was used in the 80s and 90s. I got it from a clothing and sort of item company, I guess, called Out of Print. They've provided some items for owl crate boxes, but I knew about them way before I started getting owl crates. I found some of the shirts. I believe the first time I saw them was I think it was at Pal's bookstore. I visited Pal's out in Oregon, which is the largest bookstore, and it is amazing. If you're ever in Oregon, you have to go see Pal's. And since then, I've just every so often, I realized I could order them online, and I've just ordered a couple new shirts online every so often. And this is one of my newest ones. I got it over the holidays just for myself. They were having sales for holiday sales, and I just needed a new bookish shirt. And I think this shirt is super cool. The next prompt is a favorite book or series that you love but no one really talks about. And I think I've mentioned this once before, but I have to bring up the Witch series. This series I really loved it growing up. And I feel like it's one of those that I wish was kind of a classic, but you don't even see it on shelves anymore. It's really big into girl power. It's about these 5 girls who realize that they have kind of magic powers, and it's really cool. And I love this series, and my favorite character is Will. She's the character in the front right now, and I know some people who still talk about it. I found some people on Instagram and such that cosplay still from these characters, and there was also a TV show, but the books are so much better. It's also a lot of fun the way they did these. The first couple pages is a graphic novel, and then after the first couple pages it goes into a regular novel, and it's just a chapter novel, and then the last few pages are also a graphic novel, which is really cool. I just thought that was really interesting as a kid. That just sort of blew me away, and it was a lot of fun to read. So I highly suggest this for young girls if you can get your hands on it, or just even as an adult, honestly. I've been thinking about rereading this series. The last prompt is to talk about favorite new booktubers, and I have a couple I want to mention. So the first is WitchKittenReads, who came up with this tag. And I just really like her channel. I'm so glad I found it. I watched her tag video, obviously, to find out what the tag was about. But then I also watched a couple of her other videos, and she's just really hilarious. I really enjoy her sense of humor. She seems like a really fun person and just a really relatable person. So I'm really excited to be subscribing to her channel and to continue to watch more of her videos. So the next person I wanted to mention is Kisti Reads. She's also a new booktuber that I believe started around the same time that I did. She's really hilarious. I really enjoy her channel. She has a very blunt way of talking about things, and I really enjoy that. She just seems like a really cool person, and I don't know, we've talked a bit in the comments and stuff, and I feel like we have some similar opinions, and I feel like she's just a really down-to-earth, cool person, and I really enjoy her videos. She's just always really hilarious. The next one I want to mention is Robbie from And His Nose Stuck in a Book. He has just been really nice to me ever since I started on BookTube. We've both commented on each other's videos for a while now, and I just really enjoy his channel. I think that he just gives really great, honest reviews of book boxes. He gets some of the coolest book boxes, and he's just like a really nice person. He's, always been talking to me since I started, and I feel like he's just really encouraging. I feel like his opinions are also really down to earth, and that we read a lot of similar books. He's always really nice and always willing to give me suggestions in the comments, and I just feel like we've sort of become friends, and I think that's really cool, and I think that just takes like a really nice person to make you feel like you already have friends when you've been on BookTube for such a short time. The other channel I want to talk about is Perks of a Bookflower. She has been so nice to me also since I started BookTube. She's also commented on a lot of my videos. We've had a lot of chats in the comments on my videos and her videos. She's also just been really supportive. She did a video recently on kind of the pressures of BookTube that I have really enjoyed, and just really I don't know, it just really resonated with me. I feel like we have a lot in common, and I just really like watching her videos. She's always just she's so cheerful, and I don't know, she always makes me smile when I watch her videos. So I hope you guys will check out those channels and yeah, give them some support, because we're all new booktubers, and it's so nice to do this tag. I'm really glad that Kristen came up with it. So I'm just glad to do another new booktuber tag and hopefully get to know even more people, because I've said before, that's really why I'm here. I'm here for the community, and it's been really fun to just gain that book community that I don't have in my day-to-day life. I just don't have many friends who are as into reading as I am, and it's just been so much fun becoming a part of this community. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that you will subscribe to my channel down below, give me a like, go ahead and comment, let me know what you think, if you agree with anything I've been saying, if you're interested in any of the same hobbies as me. It's always fun to get talking and to get to know people. If you are new to BookTube, please give me a subscribe and also give me a comment and let me know that you're also new so I can also support you back. More than anything, I'm here just to like make friends, and that is so cool to me. If we all are just mutually supporting each other, I think that's just so awesome. So I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!